Alright, this is the first game. For those of you joining, this is the first game of the OACE Overwatch end of season bracket. It is Southeastern, who came in 6th in the season, versus Cameron University. They were 2nd, I believe, in the season. So now we will watch them play. Alright, here we go. Coming to Paul. Basically like a hold the point game mode. As you can see there, the attack zone right there has a lock on it. That is the point they're supposed to be holding, so both teams are kind of fighting over it now. No one's actually on the point. That's kind of the way it goes in Overwatch. You kind of do little team fights, try to kill a couple people before you take point, so then you can hold it and have a bit of an advantage. Like Southeastern lost a couple players there, waiting on them to respawn and come back to join the fight. Looks like we're going to get pushed out of the little room here and have to push our way back in. Cameron's going to post up on both sides, it looks like. Kind of try to hold it cross. May's going to ice block it there. And try to push in a little bit, trying to take some space. So it looks like we lost one of our support players. Fat Boy here trying to focus down the Tracer. Looks like we've gotten a little bit of space here on the side. Not too much though. A little split up and kind of a little bit of a different focus here. May's going to put the ice wall there, and Tracer's going to shoot us in the back again. Coming back on that back side. Really need to push through this room now that we're all back. Everyone's here, both supports and everything. So we're going to push through here, take some space, hold this little side spot. Get ulted there, I think. May's going to ice block. Looks like we're taking a lot of damage here. Everyone's kind of a little split up. We have 2 players fall. See if we can get anything back. But it looks like we're just going to die out there. Get a little bit of a reset here as we all 5 die. All 5 get a respawn. We're going to have to push this to zone pretty quick here. They're already at 65% now. Once they get to 100, that's the end of the round. So, yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of pressure here. Kind of try to bust through pretty quick. Make our way onto the point. Let's see how we do. Tracer came on the flank all the way around, trying to get our Ana. And she's going to do a pretty good job, but doesn't quite get it. Tracer's just so fast and so squeezy. It's really hard to kind of lock her down. Look at 88% here on point. Southeastern can get a pick here. We could possibly move forward and take the space. It's like we're kind of stuck in this room with a bit of a crossfire, but we have pushed to one side, so we're kind of focusing. It's at 99% now. Looks like we did push on to point. We do have players on point stalling it, but we need to get a couple picks here if we're going to end up holding it. We have 2 players fall. We picked up the Tracer kill. They're not out of this fight yet. We're still holding point decently well, but if our Ana falls here, we are going to be in some trouble. And she did. Looks like just our tank is on point. It looks like they both fell as well. That'll be the end of that round. We will go to round 2 now. Yep, go to round 2 on Nepal. Be first to 2 for this game mode. So we will see how it goes. Alright, here we go. Kind of the same game mode as the last time. There'll be a point, and you have to stay on the point till you get it to 100%. As team caps the point, you know, it switches back and forth. This is Nepal, same map, same game mode. The map will look a little bit different than the last one. Same art style, but it will be a different map, different layout. And so it changes the strategy of it a little bit. Looks like we're going to go push the top room here. Just going to try to bulldog our way through. Okay, the other team's probably going to meet us right outside this door, and yeah, they do. Looks like, man, Cameron with the quick shots there, picking up our DPS kill really, really fast. And we're kind of stuck here in the room, not really being able to push through the doorway at all. Nobody's still on point, so we're not in too much of any trouble here. We pushed out of the room now, trying to get a little bit of space here, pushing our way out. We lost one of our DPS players there. Again, seemed a little maybe unfocused, but Cameron is just all over us here, really from every direction. They come from the stairs, coming from the middle, and over there on the edge, getting some free shots on us. Really tough to push through that. We're just kind of standing out in the open there, not any cover, but we got Southeastern's got it. We can come back right here. See if we can't. I think so. We're gonna go with the same strategy. They're trying to push through the room while we got a little bit of a flank going on with our other DPS here. We'll move over there just to get a little bit of view of what Fatboy Wheezy is doing over here. Looks like he's gonna try to maneuver around and get a little bit of a flank here. And they push in though really fast. A lot of damage, using some ults there, really doing a lot of damage to us. We picked up the Genji kill, but that's not going to be enough for us to really capitalize and push them off of point. Yeah, the trading there 3-for-1, not the best, but we're going to refocus here. Looks like we're going to push from a different direction, try the lower angled attack, see if we can't push onto point this way. And here we go. We'll go ahead and move over to our tank. Get some shots of Raz here. He's kind of controlling our push onto point here. Looks like we pushed onto point. Looks like they're all above us, I think. So we got to be really careful on both sides here while we're holding on this point. They can come in on both sides of us, so we got to be kind of careful on which direction we face so we don't get too bad flanked. But we did pick up 2 kills there. We lost 1, but we picked up 2. So that's a good trade for us. Looks like we're gonna get some points on the zone here. Genji just trying to do some poke damage on us. But we scared him away. Allocated doing a really good job of picking that up. Still trying to do some work on him. Maybe trying to pick up and stagger their kills there. It's not quite going to pick it up. Good shield there, though, by Raz. Kind of allowing us to rotate back out. And we're going to get some percentages on the point here. So now we're holding the point. We're expecting them to come through this doorway here. Looks like he's going to ult, though. Not too great of an ult by them, but looks like our ult's going to be similar to theirs and just kind of run out and not get any targets unlocked. Unfortunate. It's a really strong ult. Looks like Cameron's going to pick up 2 kills on us there. 3 kills on us. They're probably going to get point off of that. I'm not sure if we can do much. Maybe pick up a kill or 2. Do some damage on our way out, but not too much to really control there once we've lost that many players. Take point back. Then Southeastern's going to have to re-push back in. Looks like Raz here is in a pretty good spot, but it looks like he is going to get picked up. They found his teleport location and ended up picking up that kill, which really staggers our deaths a lot. Which is really hard to have happen right here at the end. They're at 95% now, so we're going to have to push in as 4, unfortunately, and just see what we can do. I'll locate a switch now to the Genji, but too much, too little. They ended up getting the percentages and finishing off the map. So that's a 1-0 for Cameron. They take map 1. Now we'll switch game modes and go to a new map. Good job, Cameron, there. Let's see what the play of the game was. Yeah, that was a pretty good move. They did that early on at that second team fight. Alright, so now we'll move on to map 2. I believe we pick the map here, so you'll probably see that in the bottom left chat as we pick the map. And then Cameron will probably pick the side. There we go. So it looks like we picked Kings Row. We like this map a lot here at Southeastern. Feel pretty comfortable and confident on it. So we'll see if this match goes a different way for us. And going into game 2. So I do believe, I'm going to have to go double check, but I do believe it should be best of fives. Yep, tonight it's best of fives. So we'll go 5 full maps and play them out. So this game mode is you basically move a payload across the map. So you'll have to go and capture the point, and once you capture the point, the payload will then appear, and then you have to stay on the payload as you push it across the map until you get to the checkpoints. There's 2 checkpoints along the way. The first checkpoint kind of adds more time to the clock, and then the next checkpoint is the end. And now how fast you can get the payload to the checkpoint will then determine how far you make it and how fast you get it there. If you make it all the way to the end, will then determine who wins the round. So first, we're on defense, so we're going to defend the payload site. That's what the A site is. Here, let's switch to a player that's on it. Here we go. So we're going to defend this site here that's right in front of Honeyfox. The other team is going to attack. They're going to get on it. They're on it for so long, the payload will then appear here, and then that payload will follow this blue line across the map as they push it into our zone. So here comes Cameron. They just spawned. As you can see, we're starting to ping them. Starting to get some sights on them. We got Junk right here on Fat Boy Wheezy. Looks like the Cameron's going to try to get a little jump up there to the top. Not going to do much there. Raz gets a little sleep, but doesn't last too long. Again, Cameron's just trying to push on that statue. It looks like they're going to try to take the high ground here on the left. Let's see if Southeast can hold them off at all. We'll switch to Junk right here. Wheezy, see if he can realize they're right here close to him. And he's going to try to do a little bit, but he is in a bit of a trouble here by himself. Looks like Southeastern does pick up a kill. Southeastern picks up 2 kills outside. They seemed a little distracted by that. So that's a good trade, 2 for 1. Looks like we're going to pick up a 3rd kill here. Southeastern does a good job on this first team fight. They should take it easy here and make Cameron reset. And they picked up another kill, helping staggering Cameron's attack here. So their spawn rates are going to be staggered apart a little bit by little bit. So we won that first team fight there, did really good. Let's see if we'll do it again. We're going to highlight on Allocate here, as he seemed to do a lot of work on them here. We'll just sit here and watch him for a little bit. Looks like Cameron has regrouped, and they were pushing again. It's a bit of the same strategy as last time, right? Pushing the statue, coming around that left side of it on us. Allocate getting a little weak here, and they're going in for the kill, and they picked it up. Maybe a little bit overextended or didn't get the heals he needed, but Cameron capitalized on that and pushed in and did really well. Looks like they took the point. As you can see, the clock is ticking around the top, around the A there on the top of the screen. Looks like Southeastern's not going to be able to stop them before it's done, but they'll try to start working on that payload as it's starting to get pushed. Southeastern is going to go in, though. They're going to try to stop it here. It's like they've stalled it for a second. I don't know if they can do much here. They lost 1 player and lost 2 players. A really dangerous part and really hard timing for Southeastern to push in there with that close to time. Very rushed. But they tried to stop the payload, and that's okay. It looks like the payload will now begin to move down the field as Southeastern kind of sets up in some defensive positions. Trying to just hold it off. If Southeastern can hold it off before they make it to the next checkpoint, they have 4 minutes before they make it to the next checkpoint. If Southeastern can hold them off during that time frame, they'll be doing really well going into the second half of this match. Looks like they are pushing the payload. Southeastern's going to try to hold this corner here, probably. Allocate, trying to get some height advantage on them and get them on the other side. Does a good job. Doesn't quite get the kill, but it was so close nonetheless. Doing a good job of just trying to push them back, get them off of this corner, trying to hold his position and not letting... and Dog Fox picks up a kill. Genji going in too. Looks like Allocate copies Genji's skills and try to pick up a kill here with his ult. Not going to quite get it. Gonna have to get out of there, but does pick up a kill nonetheless. Rotating away. Fat Boy Weezy kind of traded there, a healer. It looks like we're doing pretty good. Oh yeah, good job Southeastern. Gets a good little reset here on point. Stopped them from the push, won that team fight. Really, really good job there. Now we're gonna get reset. A good spot for Southeastern to hold. It's good positioning by them. They got a few spots they can be attacked from, but it looks like they're trying to cover their bases. Alright, Cameron pushing in here. Looks like they fully regrouped now, ready to try to push back on that. Try to push back on that payload. Southeastern doing a lot of damage, but so is Cameron. Southeastern holding a good corner. Trying to just keep them back. Allocating a bit of a trouble here. Got maybe a little overextended. Gets pushed off the corner. Southeastern's losing a little bit of ground here. It's starting to fall. And there it is. Good job by Miser on the Genji. Kind of just helped push them forward there. Southeastern's going to get a bit of a reset here after losing that team fight. I don't know if they're going to make it to stop it before the payload hits the sanction that it needs to hit. Yeah, it looks like Cameron's already pushed up to make it even more difficult for Southeastern to push past. Trying to get that payload to the checkpoint. Good job by Cameron and the positioning they took. Looks like they just got the payload there. So the payload made it to the checkpoint. So Cameron's going to get a little bit more time on the clock. As you can see at the top, it's now 3 minutes and 12 seconds. From there to push the payload now to the finish point. Now Southeastern really needs to pick it up here. They've got some good defensive holds here. And their spawn is really close, so if they die, they can get back to the fight really fast. And this is the point where Southeastern has the advantage now in holding these zones away from Cameron being able to push. So we'll see how Cameron tries to adapt. Looks like Cameron's going to take that high ground over there and charge in. Kind of misses the punch there, though, not being able to do too much. Southeastern can capitalize on this overextension. It's going to be really helpful. But it looks like Cameron does a really good job of coming in and just pushing Southeastern back off, not letting them get that kill on their tank. Yeah, doing a good job of getting in and getting back out. Cameron's doing a great job of not overstaying their welcome, especially in the back lines. And once they're a little over welcome, they get back out. Southeastern trying to hold them off here. They're right here at the end. All Cameron has to do is get it right to the point, and they're so close, but it doesn't look like Southeastern's able to pick up any kills here, so it's really what they need is to pick up a kill or two to really help them keep them off the point. And Southeastern's on the point with them, but again, rushed. Yeah, and hard point to hold. Southeastern is just fighting for their life here right at the end. And there it is. Cameron takes round one, pushing it with 1:46 left on the clock. So now we're going to flip-flop sides, and Southeastern needs to push the payload all the way to the end with more than 1:46 left on the clock. So teams are picking their sides now, picking their heroes, and then they will move forward. 1:46 is a pretty good time, I think. Not too bad at all. Southeastern's going to have to do some work in order to overcome that time difference. And here we go. So Southeastern's picking their sides now. We'll see what they can do. Alright, and here we go. The round has started. I'm going to stick to Raz here for a minute since he's our tank in our front line. Looks like we're pushing up to the first edge of the game. A lot of fighting already going on. A lot of abilities and a lot of attacks. Looks like Fatboy Weezy is going to go ahead and ice block there. Got a little bit dangerous. And we got the first kill there on the tank, which is good for Southeastern. Picked up the second kill quickly afterwards. Looks like Southeastern is trying to pick up that Genji behind, but mainly just wants to capture point. Really good timing by Southeastern. If you remember, Southeastern won the first team fight the last half, so for us to win the first team fight this half also is doing really, really good. Looks like Cameron's just going to back up, let us have it, not try to come in for the stop. And now Southeastern's going to try to go ahead and push out. Wheezy getting out here early and try to do a bit of a damage to start us off. Going ahead and pushing the first corner here. Trying to get some damage on that Genji, but looks like Cameron's going to pick up a couple of kills on us. We're going to have to pull back for a second and wait for them to respawn so we can regroup as 5. It'd be really hard for us to push through there without having all 5 of our players. But we'll continue to move the payload forward. Didn't really lose any progress on it, even though those players died. Still didn't lose much progress on the payload here. We picked up a kill there, which is good for Southeastern. See if we can't just keep pushing it forward. We're just gonna stick on the healer here for a second, just to enjoy a little bit slower paced action. Southeastern, go ahead and try to pushing back up past that first little corner here. Trying to get a little bit of space while we can. Cameron had to respawn and regroup. Switch to allocate here on our DPS players. See what he's doing over here in the corner. Looks like we lost 3 players there. Maybe we're just in a really bad position. They couldn't quite come out with it. Honeyfox got the res, but Dart got killed quickly afterwards. Payload is now paused. Southeastern's got a minute 46 to get to it. Oh, sorry, 4 minutes. To get to it and push it to the next checkpoint. We're going to get a little bit of reset. Looks like Allocade's going to get a little bit of a sleep dart and then pounced upon by the Genji. Really good play by Cameron. But we're going to get the revive there and get back in the match. Another sleep dart. Man, that Ana is not playing games with those sleep darts. I have to wait for a little bit of a reset here. So we're having a little bit of trouble getting past this choke point, especially with as much dominance as we showed on that first point. So if we can't get past this, looks like we're all 5 here and ready to make the push. Good shield, good ice walk, trying to block him in. Almost be able to focus down the tank, but I think he's gonna make it out, but he doesn't. We do end up getting him. And Allocate in the background as the Genji doing a lot of work. Using that ultimate, transforming into the Genji, and really going to town on the enemy team. Picking up several kills, allowing us to push forward. Yeah, make some progress. The payload checkpoint, we're a little bit over halfway now to the checkpoint. Let's see if we can't keep pushing it. We don't have a lot of time to get there. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to make it to the next checkpoint. Let's see if we can't hold off on it. Okay, getting some good early poke damage in. Probably going to be mostly mitigated. So we do going to get the ice ult there. A lot of damage possible here. Really good by Southeastern. The Wombo combo doing some work. Let's see if we can't go ahead and pick up that next kill, and we do. Fantastic job by Wheezy and the rest of the team using that choke point to their advantage and doing a lot of work on them. Really, really good job by Southeastern there. It's like we're going to get some poke damage by Raz, trying to get them coming out of that choke point from their spawn. Now we got time. We got 2 minutes to try to get this payload into the checkpoint. Let's see if we can do it. We are already really close. If we can pick up a couple of kills here, it's going to be really good for us. Looks like we're going to go ahead and lose one of our DPS players. Not quite time to back out necessarily, but going to have to play a little bit more cautious. Not going to be able to dish out as much damage as we could. Looks like the Genji is going to go ahead and ult, pick up a few kills with the Dragon Blade. Per usual. Makes sense for a Genji. We're going to have to reset after that one. Dragon Blade ult is really strong, so we'll see what Southeastern can do coming back on it. Alright, looks like we're all spawned now, so we're going to try to go ahead and push back in. Cameron's doing a good job of pushing forward, trying to hold this choke point, since it's a really strong choke point for Cameron to try to hold. But we're going to push him off pretty easily off of that choke point, pretty handedly. Got an ult coming out. Trying to get on this Genji. Can't quite do much with it. Oh, picked up the kill there though. Really good. Lots of assists on that kill. That's like a 1 for 1, 2 for 1, 3 for 1. They're doing a good job. If we can pick up this Lucio as well, we're going to be in a really good position going into this final few seconds of this match. Looks like we're not going to get that stagger that we really wanted, but we are going to get to push them back. And get us in a pretty good position, about where we were earlier. We've got only 10 seconds to push it on the side. It's going to be close right here at the end. Oh, when the ult comes in, Ice Block comes out, a few Southeastern players fall, and it doesn't look like we're going to get it on the point. We're going to have to regroup here. Push back out. We still got a minute 20 to get it on the site. Looks like Cameron's going to push back out, hold that further point again. But they're going to retreat a lot quicker this time than they did last time. Trying to hold this corner, I think. Southeastern's going to pick up the ult. Try to do something here with them. Let's see what we can do here as Allocate picks up a kill. Keeps pushing forward on this ult, doing a really good job. Kind of a double tank here. Holding some good space. Now, if we can just hold them off the point, we could push it on here. We got 45 seconds left. Look like we traded a couple kills. Allocate pushed out pretty far. Southeastern's not going to pick up those kills they really needed. Early enough, at least. Sticking on point. Trying to push it that last little bit. Not quite going to get it. 30 seconds left. Still possible for us to push it on there. We're going to have to move pretty quick to get out there. Especially if Cameron pushes forward at all. It's going to really stall our push. But it doesn't look like they're going to. They're going to go ahead and stay back. And just stick at the point. Try to wait it out. 14 seconds left. We're going to have to really push there on the site to try to do something here. It's in the overtime stages. It's definitely not too late for Southeastern to do something here. We got the big ball out. Not quite gonna do what we needed to do. Had a couple more players from Southeastern fall. Overtime is starting to run out. What we say on point, it is gonna stall it, but I'm not sure if the ball is gonna do everything we needed to do here. Map 2 goes to Cameron. And it looks like we will, go to map 3. Looks like Wheezy got play of the game with that huge ultimate he had on the enemy team. Man, so good. Got them all frozen. Did a lot of work. And move forward with it. Looks like Southeastern will pick map 3. Yep, Southeastern will pick map 3. And we'll go into the game 3. If Cameron takes the win home from this, that will be the map. Alrighty. And here we go to map number 3. So Cameron is up 2-0 to Southeastern. We'll see what we can do here. And here we go. Alright, here we go. Southeastern preparing the defenses. So Cameron's going to pick up a kill there. Ooh, Allocate almost getting the kill on the Genji there, but he gets out of it. But Southeastern does pick up a kill there on the Lucio. Can't do much more work on him here. Allocate with another kill. Southeastern's going to be able to defend here pretty well. But they do need to hold it off. Kind of similar to last time, they do need to hold it off for 2 more minutes. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. In order to get the points there. Or to keep Cameron from getting the points. Cameron is getting some good pressure on it. So Southeastern is losing the corners they were trying to hold. Being pushed out into the open. And now Cameron has the houses to play around. And Southeastern only's got a couple small things to play with. But they're going to still pick up the kill on the Ana, which is going to hurt the healing abilities. But they picked up a kill on us as well. We picked up another kill. Both their healers are out. Got the tank. Good job by Southeastern picking up those kills. Again, holding the position. Coming out on top of that team fight. Lost a little bit of ground with the payload, but not much. Looks like we're waiting on Cameron to get their team reset. Oh, looks like got one sneaking up behind us here. So he's going to rotate back and just try to pick up the Tracer. And Tracer's dead. Kind of a weird position for Tracer to be in. Southeastern's going to go ahead and do a lot of damage. Keeping Cameron pretty separated. Genji's going to come in on Allocate there, trying to do something. Can't quite do too much. Maybe a little overextension there by their tank. But he comes back out full healed. He's not too worried with their Lucio in his pocket. A couple more players of Southeastern die. There we go. We lost everybody there, so these are going to have to do a bit of a reset. Looks like they are going to hit that checkpoint and get time added to the clock as they go ahead and try to push the next point. Ooh, good ice block by Southeastern. Looks like he may be able to get out of this, so he is still in bad position. So Southeastern can capitalize on it, but it looks like he's going to get out. I can't believe he made it out of that after that fantastic ice block. Just couldn't quite do the damage we needed to do on him to finish him off. Another good ice block. Did get the kill that time. Picked it up. And Southeastern just doing work right now. Coming out on top on this fight for sure. Trying to push them back to make them reset. Maze ice wall is doing really strong here as they get them in those corners and in those hallways and just really being able to capitalize on it. go with that Tracer. Pretty overextended, but that's the fun thing about Tracer. She can do that and usually get away with it. Alicia's going to pick up a couple kills there, though, nonetheless. And another one, doing a great job defending this point. So good job by Southeastern. Looks like OACE is really doing work. Putting out major damage points. And picking up the kill on Honor already. Tracer's trying to sneak in again. Not sure if she's going to be able to get out of it. But she does, of course, because she's Tracer. Southeastern trying to hold the high ground here up above the point. And they are doing a good job up above the payload, just shooting down on the enemy. We've got this point now for 2 team fights. Only a minute 15 left. Cameron is looking like if they lose this team fight, they are in a really bad spot trying to push this payload. But looks like Cameron is going to pick up the first kill, which our May has been doing a lot of work on. And going to pick up a kill on our support player as well. And picks up our other support. Allocate does end up picking a kill on the Tracer. Let's see if we can get back to him. But he is in a lot of trouble there without any help. And he ends up losing the fight there, of course. I don't know if Southeastern can make it to the point before they get there. It doesn't look like they're going to. But they did delay long enough that this next point is going to be pretty difficult for Cameron to get to and get on. So really good job by Southeastern all around. Looks like we can do a pretty good job maybe on this last point, keeping Cameron away from it. We did lose 2 players there. It's going to stagger us a little bit, but our spawn point's pretty close, so it won't be too big of a deal here. Raz here is on the point that they're trying to get to, so let's see if we can hold them off. I think Allocate's up there just doing a lot of damage again, of course. Messing them up pretty hard. We could possibly capitalize on their tank. And we do. Good job by Southeastern picking up a full, clean team wipe. They're going to be in a tough point here to push the payload onto the site. Southeastern's doing a really, really good job of holding them off. 50 seconds left in order for them to get there. 69 meters to go. Not sure they're going to be able to do it. Southeastern's going to put up a good fight here. Strong point for Southeastern to hold. Let's see what we can do. Tracer again on the backside, doing what Tracer does. Really good job there. But is it going to be enough? I don't know. They got 30 seconds left. Looks like Southeastern's going to hold the line here for a bit. Not really wanting to push off of it at all, which our spawn point is closed. Allocate doing a great job sneaking up, getting the flank on them, picking up a kill. Looks like Cameron's going to trade back, but we trade again, picking up another kill. We are ahead in players right now. We could finish it off right here. Southeastern can pick up this Tracer. Tracer's going to get a reset, going to get the ults out, pushing them off of point. Overtime is counting down. As long as Cameron stays on the point, the overtime clock will stall. Allocate is going to pick up another kill. Let's see what we can do here. The countdown clock is coming, but it is going to get reset every time Cameron jumps on it. So you can see the little timer in the top that says overtime. What Southeastern has to do is they have to capture the point and not let Cameron on it. But every time Cameron touches it, it is going to reset that timer. This Lucio is going to be pretty annoying to try to stop, because how he can just bounce around is a great choice, switching to that healer for this end game right here. Let's see what Southeastern can do. It's like a bit of a stall out here. But then the first kills start to happen. One kill. Oh, a great ice wall again by Southeastern. Not being able to do too much with it. That Tracer again on the backside, just poking. Miser picks up another kill, but Southeastern picks up a kill on that Lucio, who's been pretty annoying on the point. Let's see if we can't do anything with it. Overtime falls down. Southeastern holds the point. Good job to Southeastern holding that point off and not letting Cameron do it. Cameron is going to pick up a couple points there. But, man, good job by Southeastern holding the point to the end. Really, really good job. So now we're going to switch sides. Again, this is map 3, so Southeastern needs to get all 3 points in order to take the prize away this time. So we'll see what we can do. And here we go. So Southeastern's going to play the attack side now, taking the points and pushing the payload forward. Again, we have to push all 3 points this time in order to take the game away for a round win for Southeastern. Or a map win for Southeastern, actually. So let's see if we can do it. Good job there on the defense. Good job. I'm going to go... We got... Alright. So, we'll see what we can do. Everybody's switching positions to change up from the defense to the attack. Let's see how we can capitalize on it as we begin to push the payload. That Tracer's still in the back line, of course, doing Tracer things. But Southeastern is pushing the payload forward a little bit. Using the bell, trying to keep us alive. Dark Fox kind of alone here, not much support. Just getting hosed down by the DPS there. Yeah, Dark was pretty alone there. Oh, should have called for backup, repositioned. We're going to move forward here, trying to keep our tank alive. Continue pushing that payload forward. A little bit over halfway now to the point. Looks like Wheezy's going to go on the flank here. So close on almost picking up the kill. But instead he gets killed himself. So close there, though. Almost been able to capitalize on that. Bit of a stall out here between these 2 buildings. St. Cameron's doing a good job holding this defensive point. As we did earlier, if you remember us playing this same side, we held that defensive point really, really well. Looks like Cameron just returning the favor. But we do pick up a kill there, which could help us push forward. But he does get traded. Oh, but Alkid picks up another one, and we get traded back. Not sure. Oh, and Alkid then falls himself. Gonna have to stall out here again, try to regroup. I'm not sure Raz is gonna be able to get out of there. A lot of damage coming at him there from a lot of different directions. Cleation's gonna get a little bit of a regroup here and try to push the payload again. We got plenty of time to get there. Nothing too big to worry about. Again, a little bit, maybe right at halfway. Looks like as we begin to push it again. Looks like Cameron, again, holding this front line really, really well. So he's got 50 seconds now to get it there. We got a couple ults. We could help us push it up to the site. Oh, okay, playing on the Genji. Again, trying to just do some work here. Knock him out of the way. Gonna dive in here. Didn't quite get it there. So these are down 1 player, down 2 players, down 3. Nope, not down 3, down 2 players still. And we start to fall. So 20 seconds left. Not sure if we can even make it back to the payload within that time frame, but we may. The overtime should still hit. But we're going to have to push it pretty hard here. I'm going to go ahead and use the ult there. Trying to push it. 2 seconds left. Now we are in the overtime phase, so as long as Southeastern stays on target, it is not over yet. We'll see what we can do here. If we can get it to the payload station, then we will get to have a bit of a reset on our payload. Allocade's going to go ahead and die there, but still not over yet. Other DPS falls, support falls, and that looks like that will be game. GG's to Cameron University. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. Yeah, they'll play next week, and then the finals will be on the 29th in Southeastern's new arena. So make sure you come out and show up if you are in the Durant area. We'd love to have you out. It'll be from noon to about 8 o'clock that night. So show up anytime between that. We'd love to have you out at the new arena and come check it out. Enjoy an esports tournament and come and have fun. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Hopefully we will see you soon. This is the end of the season for Southeastern's Overwatch team. But again, come hang out with us. Come show up. We'd love to have you at the in-person tournament, and we'll start Overwatch again in the fall.